Just imagine for a moment, what if you were stranded on a desert island with nothing to do but besides listening to music, reading a book, and having a luxury item? What would you do in that situation? What would I do in that situation? Let's find out together in today's video. So everybody, it's what Jim, and in this video, I'm going to go ahead and do my own Desert Island disc. In total, it's going to have 8 songs, and it's also going to have a book and a luxury item. And if I can only choose one song, what would it be? So they're the rules that you normally get in a Desert Island disc, and Paul McCartney's done one, as well as Yoko Ono, and I'll link those ones down below in the description if you want to watch them doing this. But this is my opinion. You can let me know your Desert Island disc in the comment section below. This is a series that appeared on the radio. I think it's still going now. In fact, that famous people just go on it and they get interviewed and they talk about what songs and what luxury items and stuff they would want if they were stranded on a desert island. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And again, Paul McCartney and Yoko Ono did this, and the ones that they did are going to be linked in the description below. But let's start off with my song number 1. So my song number 1 is In My Life by the Beatles, which was from the 1965 Beatles Rubber Soul album. The reason why I went with this song is because I feel like I've got to have some Beatles songs in there because the Beatles are my favourite band of all time. And I went with In My Life because it's one of my favourite Beatles songs. It's in my top 3 favourite Beatles songs. It's also one of my favourite songs of all time as well. And I just absolutely just love the messaging and just everything behind it, really. And I feel like some days I wake up thinking that this actually could be my favourite ever song. So I feel like because of that, it's just my opinion. It's gotta be in there. The second one I've gone with is another Beatles song, which is also from 1965, but it's from the Help album, and that song is Yesterday. So the reason why I went with Yesterday is, I don't know, I just wanted a song that was maybe just a bit more sad than in my life, but I don't know, I just for some reason just really wanted to go with Yesterday. I felt like I liked the idea of there being a John Lennon led Beatles song and a Paul McCartney led Beatles song. So again, it's one of my favourite Beatles songs, and Up There's one of my favourite songs of all time. So, in my opinion, I just felt like I had to include it. But it's pretty cool that the only Beatles songs I went with are both from 1965. But in my opinion, that's, I would say, the Beatles at their peak was in 1965. The next song I want to go with is Imagine by John Lennon. So, another John Lennon song here, but this one is in a solo work. It's not him in the Beatles, but I just really just love the messaging of the song. And some days when I wake up, this is also my favourite song as well. I just absolutely love it, and I just feel like I want to have as many of my favourite songs as possible with me in the desert island. And the next one I've gone with is Bohemian Rhapsody. And by the way, that Imagine song was from the 1971 Imagine album, but Bohemian Rhapsody is from A Night at the Opera from 1975, and I'll explain to you why I chose that song. Well, first of all, there's loads of different parts to it, and it's quite a lengthy song, so a lot of time would pass listening to it, and I kind of like that about it. But if I was able to listen to these on Spotify in the desert island, I would like the idea of just flicking through the song, and there are so many different parts of it. It just feels like those different songs combined into one, and I feel like that's why I like going with it, because there are different types of tunes and stuff in the song, so I don't have to listen to all of it in one go, is what I'm trying to get to here. But that's my song number 4. My song number 5 is a Neil Diamond song. This is from his 1971 Stones album, and that is I Am I Said, another one of my favourite songs. I just, yeah, like I said, it's just one of my favourite songs, but that isn't the only reason why I want to include it. It's just because it's a song that I feel like I can relate to if I was in the situation of being in a desert island, because the song's about loneliness, and I'll be pretty lonely in the island on my own, so I feel like I would relate to this song even more than I do now. Sixth song I've gone with is Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin from their Led Zeppelin 4 album, released in 1971. So many amazing albums from 1971. I went with this one because the same as Bohemian Rhapsody, there's loads of different parts to it. And I think it's because I've not listened to this song too many times. And because of that, I'm less likely to get sick of it because I've only heard it all the way through a handful of times. And then the seventh song is Crying by Roy Orbison from his Crying 1962 album. Sorry if you're hearing strange noise in the background. We're currently getting work done in our house. So the reason why I went Crying, Roy Orbison's my favourite vocalist. I've got to have one of his songs here because of that. And I went with Crying because I feel like that's his best vocal performance. It's one of my favourite songs from his. And there's a specific instrument in it. I'm not sure what it's called, but it just reminds me of being on a beach or being on a desert island. So I feel like because of that, to me, this is just one of the first ones that came to mind when I thought I'm going to be making my own of this. And the eighth song is a song by Imagine Dragons from the Smoke and Mirrors 2015 album, and that is Warriors. I wanted to go with a song that was current day, really, one that's not too old. I can't believe it's nearly 10 years old at this point, but I want the song that was from the 2000s, and to me, this is one of my favourite ones. But I just really want a song that just makes me feel pumped and just, I don't know, just feel like it might make me just feel very, very positive being in that situation, and it might just get me pumped just to think this isn't the end of the world in being in a situation. Let's fight through it. Let's fight through it. Let's be a warrior through it. So that's kind of why I went with it, and I just absolutely love the song. But that's it for the songs, and now we'll talk about the book I would have gone with. So it's a book I'm currently reading now, and it's called The Greatest Albums to Own on Vinyl Ever, and it's by Rebecca Grieg, or Gray. It's Grieg, and I bought it from Amazon. You can currently get it on Amazon, and you can get it for about $17.99. But I got it for, I think it was for Christmas. It was either Christmas or my birthday. I got it for. I think it might have been for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. I've not even finished the book yet, but there's a lot to read, a lot of information to gather. So I just think that's just what I want. Something that I can find loads of information on. A book that I can easily get lost in. And in my opinion, that's the one I wanted to go with. So now we're going to talk about the luxury item. So for the luxury item, I went with the photo album. Just looking at pictures of my dog and the rest of my family members. And just maybe people that I just really, really look up to as well. And friends and just all sorts of people and animals maybe in general, just because I just want to remember things that I really, really care about. So that's why I went ahead and went with a photo album. But if I could only choose one song out of these, out of all the 8 I went with in this video, I would go with In My Life by the Beatles. I mean, it's a song that's from my favourite band of all time, so I felt like it had to be one of the Beatles songs here. And I just prefer In My Life to Yesterday. That's why I went with In My Life. But it's just an incredible song. And some days, like I said in this video, some days I wake up and it is my favourite song of all time. Every single song I mentioned in this video is going to be down below in the description for you to go ahead and listen to on YouTube. And if you listen to those songs, I hope you enjoy them. That's all I'm going to say for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Again, you can let me know what your desert island disc would be in the comment section below and why you chose those particular songs. And the rules are going to be down in the description, but in case you don't want to go in the description to find out about the rules, I will explain them here. So it's 8 songs, a book, luxury album, and if you could only choose one of those 8 songs, which one would it be? But I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, take care, peace and love, and ciao.